Be without the services of their top rebounder, Jen Gast, as she is ill, so she will not be a starter. When you look at their starting lineup, they're led by, as John mentioned, Te'yJah Oliver. We'll talk about her in just a moment as the impact player. Alasia Braxton average.
That says it all. She can score the basketball.
Yeah, no question about it. As we take a look at the Lafayette Leopards, they only have 10 players also coming in the ball game. Out today, Chanel Haskins, Jess Booth, and Michaela Wilson. And of course, this year against America East teams, John, the Patriot League is 6-3, but none of the Patriot League teams have played UMBC.
Exactly right, and there you see the size advantage right away as Natalie Kukowski just dominates the inside.
Looks like we're going to look at a man-to-man to start the ball game, and it is Lucretia Costa who is going to be on Natalie Kukowski, and a triple by Sarah Agnella to start the ball game.
She is their leading three-point shooter, and right away Lafayette got the memo about UMBC turning the ball over, and they come out with a three-quarter court press.
That was the 13th three by Agnella. She leads the team in triples and knocks them down right around 30%.
I like this too, Gary. Lafayette starts off in a 2-3 zone. UMBC not a particularly proficient outside shooting team, so play them zone, make them make some shots.
Good block inside that time, as that was a block by Alexis Santarelli, who got her hand on the shot by Jania Summers. Summers was their leading scorer last season at 11.4 a game, 10.3 so far this year. She has had 7 career double-doubles. 3 seconds on the shot clock. The ball is in the hands of the Retrievers.
Yeah, Gary, and right away the bigs on the inside, Santarelli and Kukowski making their impact on the game.
Quick catch and a put-up. That does not fall for Braxton. We go the other way. Freeland with the basketball. Drew wants a drive, kicks it. Santarelli, quick jumper. Back of iron doesn't go. Rebound comes right down to Lucretia Costa.
Costa at 6'2", has got big shoes to fill as Jen Gast came in as their leading rebounder.
Pull-up jump shot is an air ball thrown up by Lyric Swan. Swan averages 7.6 a game, and Lafayette turns it over. So there's the first turnover of the basketball game.
Natalie took it a little too far that time, Gary. It's better to have Natalie finishing plays rather than starting them on the break. She's capable, she's very skilled, but that's what you want your point guard to do.
Pinging it around the perimeter, not accomplishing very much. Trying to get a quick shot off. Well, that was an excuse me pass that probably should never have gotten there. And Costa scores the first bucket on a play where actually the ball was lost.
Exactly, it was a blocked shot, but the loose ball dropped right in the hands of the Retriever big. But boy, I like the move by Janae Oliver, that little step back jumper.
Freeland for 3, knocks it down. Lafayette with a couple of triples.
Great start for the Leopards, Gary. 2 threes right in a row. You know they're going to be able to get the ball inside when they need to, but it's great to have that balance in your offense.
Lafayette is dead last in Patriot League with threes made, and they are 6th in the league in 3 percentage. Good hustle by Freeland.
Now you heard Mike Joseph talk about energy. You know, it's kind of like the holiday season. It's a small but an involved crowd so far. But Gary, this is the time of year when coaches will tell a team you've got to bring your own energy, and so far so good for the Leopards.
Lafayette men are taking on Stony Brook right now, or Sacred Heart, I'm sorry. Sacred Heart, and we'll give you some updates as that game progresses. 6 on the shot clock. Somebody has to put it up. Braxton wants to be the one. They just do get it off, and it counts right at the buzzer by Janaea Summers, who knocks it up and in.
Nice little sequence by the Retrievers as they got some dribble penetration, got themselves a good look out of the offense.
Looking to go. Johnson is stopped on her drive. Lafayette resets. Santarelli puts one up and knocks it down. Alexis was out here before the ball game, about an hour before, and she was taking a lot of shots just that same length.
Tell you what, Gary, so far the offense is running well, but they're making shots and they're getting good looks.
Back outside to Swan.
The other thing I'll tell you in the early going, I really like the energy that UMBC brings on defense. They play man-to-man, and they're pretty good at it.
Good job defensively by Lafayette, but that is knocked down on the kick out to Te'yJah Oliver, who makes her 26th of the year. She leads the team in that category. 8-7. Again, Santarelli left alone. And again, she knocks it down.
You know, I said before the game, you and I were chatting, I talked about that young lady right there, Alexis Santarelli, and I just have the sense that Kia Damon-Olson, the Lafayette's coach, wants more out of her. So far, she's delivering today.
2 for 3 so far from the floor. Knocked away, good hustle by Kukowski. The irony is Kukowski at the offensive end of the floor has really touched the ball only once.
See, our first substitution for the Leopards, Gary, is we're going to get Giselle Havas into the game, and this is where this is going to be a key because Lafayette is down their other point guard. They really run a two-headed monster at point guard with Jess Booth, who's out, and Nicole Johnson. Someone else is going to have to step up and take on the reins as the primary ball handler. So let's see how Havas and Freeland handle it.
And, of course, Haskins, another guard that is not available. Again, they take it down to 3 on the shot clock, so they've been very patient. This time, the patience does not pay off. That's a walk. Turnover number 2. The Retrievers have yet to turn the ball over.
Yeah, there's your first upset of the afternoon. That bodes well for the Retrievers. But Gary, the one thing, again, I'll say this, watch UMBC's defense. They really get after it. They're fundamentally sound. They're well drilled defensively.
Natalie tried to come up with another steal and stepping out of bounds. Turnover number 1 by UMBC. Our praise is over.
Well, it's all about Alexis Santarelli. Interior defense did a nice job taking away the baseline.
Natalie left open. How about a 3? And that one not quite on the mark by Agnello. Out of the pack, down the floor comes Braxton. Braxton will get fouled on the play on Havas. First foul of the ball game, and we'll have our first foul shots of the game. They shoot 68% from the free throw line.
We haven't talked a lot about Braxton, but just looking at her, she is one of those tough matchups. Is she a big guard or a small forward? It's hard to tell, but that time she looked very good in transition, getting the ball to the rim and drawing the foul.
She is a 63% free throw shooter. That one looked pretty good as she's on the board for the first time. And it looks like Braxton is going to come out of the ball game should she make this foul shot.
We had a lane violation, so that free throw is negated.
Well, she takes advantage and makes the second one, even though she had one taken away from her. Into the ball game comes Erin Fisher. She wears number 10. She's out of Australia. She is a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 3.3 points a ball game. And Tasha Vipon comes into the game.
UMBC has gone to a 2-3 zone now, changing up the look.
Natalie finally gets a chance to do something offensively, gets her own rebound, puts it on. I thought she got fouled there. Well, that was nothing but hard work.
Well, you got that right, and that's going to get a timeout.
Leopards keep their lineup on the floor. That's Vipon, Kukowski, Agnello out there along with Johnson, and also Havas. We're going to get a foul on the Leopards. A reach-in foul will be called on Sarah Agnello.
Lafayette just trying to throw some different looks defensively, bringing a little pressure, trying to induce those turnovers you and I talked about.
Leopards stay 2-3. Pull-up jumper, and that was close to being a hack, but it was not called. Oh, ball just taken away that time by Summers. Reached down and just stole it.
3 seconds, I think. Oh, they're going to
get a holding foul here. I think it's going to be on Vipon.
UMBC does good stuff against the zone. You see them attack the high post. They always have someone along the baseline.
Driving, and that's a walk. Turnover by the Retrievers. Losing her footing was Oliver. Back into the game comes Santarelli. Kukowski gets a break. So, John, will probably see that 3 women rotation with Santarelli, Vipon, and Kukowski.
Yeah, that's again, it's not a lot of options for Coach Damon Olson, as they have been really hit by the injury bug.
Leopards by 4, trying to get their largest lead of the game. Inside, Vipon tried to go up with it, could not. Good defense that time by Costa.
It sure was, because it was a great offensive set. Lafayette did everything right. They just couldn't finish. Good defense on the interior by UMBC.
Number 12 is Paula Rubio. She's from Spain. And Rubio has the basketball, 4.9 a game. Drive, Summers, and we're going to get a foul here, and this is going to be on Agnello, I believe, and that's Sarah's second.
Yeah, we talked about the guard play, how important it's going to be, but with all the injuries, the last thing you can afford to have is foul trouble. So right away, Drew Freeland gets back up off the bench, and she'll have to give Agnello a breather.
So Agnello will go out. As John mentioned, Freeland back in. At the foul line is Summers. She's a good free throw shooter, 79%. She has 7 career double-doubles, 15 points against Syracuse. So she has been a very consistent scorer since coming to the campus in Maryland.
Got great technique on the free throw line. Watch her shoot a free throw. It's great rotation, great follow through. That's how you do it.
1 for 2.
Hank Slider is smiling somewhere.
12-9. Boy. That's a pretty good reach around there by Summers. Held ball belongs to Lafayette.
It's pretty good post defense. They're small, but you know they make all the plays defensively. They really do.
Last year, John, they were 10-20, 3-13 in the league. So they probably needed a change, and Janetta Hayes has been that change, and she's been up and clapping and making her ball club hustle, particularly on defense.
Sometimes it's just a matter of rolling the windows down and getting some fresh air. It's not that one coach does something wrong or different. It's just, like you said, Gary, just a different voice. They try to reset. Janetta Hayes has done that here with the Retrievers.
Braxton inside, nowhere to go. Oliver, step back nowhere. Back to Braxton, baseline drive. Nice job. Lafayette, good defense that time.
Yeah, seeing the floor defensively was Nicole Johnson. Great rotation.
Santarelli, she took a bunch of steps before she caught the basketball.
Yeah. They know what they want to do, but, you know, there's that sequence. See, think, do. You can't do anything before you see what's there. And you don't do anything before you see it and think it.
It's tough when you don't remember the way it's supposed to go.
Some of the guys I coach was see, think, do. And then Michael Jordan, of course, is see, think, do.
Yeah.
Nice
pass.
Play.
Nice play. Probably deserved the bucket there. Costa, she doesn't get it. Good rebound by Natalie. Ooh, she almost walked again. Great back cut. Up and in. Havis on the pass from Kukowski.
She does a little bit of everything. We talked about it. That time she led the break and dished off for the 2. Find her.
Oliver, pull up. Oliver fouled. I think you're going to call it on Freeland. Nope, they did call it on Santarelli. Thought the official pointed at Drew Freeland, but it was Santarelli. So you always get a little concerned when the bigs pick up their fouls.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Alexis has done a good job so far today staying out of foul trouble, but she is prone, and with Haskins out and Michaela Wilson out, Lafayette can ill afford to lose their advantage on the interior.
Oliver now with 5 points. Oliver against Morgan State hit the tying shot that sent the game into overtime. And then the Retrievers won that game in overtime. But that was 2 weeks ago.
Once again, Janae Summers doing a terrific job battling against the taller Santarelli. Lafayette tried to go high-low with its twin towers, but give credit to Summers, giving away a couple inches, but she did a good job to force the turnover.
Lafayette has stayed 2-3 the whole ball game. Rubio.
Team, they move the ball well, don't they, Gary?
They do.
Look at that. I mean, that's right where it's got to go.
Wow, they're going to call a foul here on Freeland. Drew looked astonished that foul was called. And going to the line is Summers.
You attack the zone, Gary. It's high post, low post, short corner, inside out. And again, I think it's the defense to play against this team because they do struggle with perimeter shooting. But there's nothing wrong with the way, the concept, how they attack the zone.
No, and John, they move the ball very quickly, which is a key. So the zone can't quite keep up with the pass.
Exactly.
Again, 1 out of 2 for Summers. She has 4 points. Freeland. And she walked.
They're just a little step ahead. You see the frustration. I just looked over at Te'yJah Damon. Kia's ready to pull her hair out. And, you know, again, I think to your point before the game, you talked about the time of year, a long layoff between games, and that's a product of rust, just a feel.
Knocking down a triple from the outside is Oliver, and that forced first period with still 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. So should they foul again, no matter what, the Retrievers will go to the line and shoot a couple. Santarelli turns, comes the other way. Johnson,
That's
nice
a great
pass,
foul.
beautiful little bounce pass. Kukowski.
You got to make life a little easier for your big kids, and that's exactly what a point guard does. That's just a terrific dish by
Lafayette gets
Johnson.
the lead back. Summers tried to get it back for her ball club. Here comes Freeland, head up. Drop it off. Havis knocks down a triple. Havis's 7th of the year, the 3rd of the first quarter for Lafayette.
When Te'yJah Damon was introduced as Lafayette's new head coach, that's the one thing she said. We want to run, we want to play up-tempo. That time was a great illustration, beating UMBC up the floor, finding the open three.
Shot clock still on, even though there's just tenths of a second difference between shot clock and play clock. And that one does not fall, taken by Costa. Lafayette has 5 seconds to work with. Havis tried to find Santarelli the right idea, the pass too high. But the Leopards will take a 4-point lead into the second period. It's 19-15 as we've got Patriot League action with the women as they will take on Boston University. That's a 6 o'clock start, by the way. 6 o'clock, and then we'll have the men for you on Sunday, 2 o'clock as they take on Bucknell. John, I guess if there's one stat that's kind of a little overwhelming, it's not one foul was called against UMBC in the first quarter.
Boy, I'll tell you what, did you see, that is just, and me without my telestrator. I mean, that was just great basketball right there. They do good stuff against the zone.
Aaron Fisher with the bucket.
Gary, if you had told me that at the end of the first quarter, Lafayette would have 6 turnovers, UMBC only 3, I'd have said we were in trouble. But Lafayette shooting the ball very, very well, and that's the difference.
UMBC now in a 2-3 zone. Trying to keep a couple of people on Kukowski in the paint. Freeland puts it up. She gets hacked and makes the bucket. Foul will be on Aaron Fisher, and Freeland will go to the line. The first foul called against the Retrievers.
One thing about Drew Freeland is every single day she brings energy, and no matter what. She's one of those, Pete Carrillo used to call kids like her light bulbs. She comes into the gym. She's always got a little bit of a bounce in her step, always very positive. You just get the sense watching her that she just loves to play.
That's only the 5th free throw by Drew all year. She's now 2 for 5. And, of course, she missed some games early because of an ankle injury. Swan with the ball, kicks it over to Oliver.
Not sure she's still 100%. Boy, there, see, the high-low wasn't there, so they go right opposite with it.
Freeland takes care of the Swan miss. Leopards with their largest lead at 5. Inside, nice pass, tough shot. Santarelli with a bucket.
Talk about offensive execution. We're seeing some good basketball here. Heck, layoffs nothing. These two teams are pretty sharp right now.
Freeland to Kukowski to Santarelli. It was nice. Into the middle. Summers turn around, mid-range jumper. And Janaea Summers knocks hers down. Jania now with 6 points.
Team's putting on a little bit of a clinic right now.
From the corner, it's Freeland. Santarelli battling for the rebound, and they're going to say it's off of Santarelli. Alexis turns and says, wait a minute. There's two of them, one on each side of me.
How does that happen?
How's it off of me?
Well, I'm with Natalie. I thought that Braxton was the last to touch it, but of course we don't have the same look that the striped shirters
Nor do we have the whistle.
I know. But you know what? I like the microphone a whole lot better.
That's right. No, there's the foul on Santarelli, her second.
One thing about scorers like Oliver, they know how to score. I mean, different ways. They get themselves to the free throw line. They obviously can make threes. They have a good mid game. They're great off the dribble, and obviously we've seen all of that from Oliver so far.
And Te'yJah does not get that one to fall. So she's now 2 for 3 from the line. Whoa, missed both. Unusual.
It's a break for the Leopards. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Oliver, an 80% free throw shooter. Vipon probably in there now, John, the rest of this quarter. Natalie can't go anywhere with it. Gets it back. Natalie puts it up and in. They made a mistake there. They got the ball back to her themselves.
Exactly. Did you see how she finished that, though? A little subtlety with her right hand. Hopefully that's one of our halftime highlights. Watch this right here. Just very quickly. Sometimes you need a power move. Sometimes you need a quick move.
Inside, reverse layup. There's a quick move for you, John.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
That wasn't a power move.
Remember, they're playing without arguably their best big player in Jen Gast.
Natalie again kicks it out to Freeland.
Great stuff.
Agnello will drive. Good ball movement.
Great stuff.
Freeland.
Got to go in.
Yeah, it does not go.
Sometimes you don't get rewarded. But I'll tell you, offensive rebounds are a product of that kind of offensive movement.
And that was Vipon who got that offensive rebound. Agnello gets bumped out of the way. 7 on the shot clock. Freeland puts it off the glass, doesn't go. That's going to be off of Vipon. A lot of hard work there and nothing to show for it.
Boy, you know what? Close friend of mine, people might remember the name Eddie Mast, who played for the Knicks at Temple. He's a local guy, the late Eddie Mast. But his argument was the game should be judged the way you judge gymnastics in the Olympics. I mean, that would have been at least a point. That last offensive possession, everything was right. The ball just didn't go in the basket.
Yeah, Eddie wasn't just a basketball player. He was a philosopher.
Like a Zen guy.
Yeah, he was. Pull-up jumper dropped by Summers, a mid-range jumper. She has 8.
You know who his soul buddy was Phil Jackson. They were tight as could be because they were both bench players for the great Knicks teams in the early 70s.
Eddie played here at Kirby for years after he got done playing.
He was the mayor.
Yeah. Vipon gets fouled inside. Good move by Te'yJah. She does not score a lot of points, 0.3, and has not been to the foul line all year long.
Te'yJah's one of those players, Gary. If there was a Purple Heart in basketball, she'd get it. You know, the unsung hero. Te'yJah labors off the bench, never bats an eyelash, and all she needs to do now is just give Kia some solid minutes. Don't make any mistakes. Hold the fort. Give Santarelli and Kukowski a breather. And the formula changes when you're beset with injuries.
And, of course, with Michaela Wilson out, and she'll be out for a long time, it appears, Te'yJah will become very important. She makes 1 out of 2. Pull up Oliver. Oliver knocks it down. You have to know where she is, John.
All the time. Find her in transition, but that was an illustration of what I talked about before. That's the mid-game. Pulling up that little 8-10-foot jump shot. It's almost become a lost art because of the three-point line.
We're going to get a foul on the inside here, as this, I believe, will be on Swan. She just simply shoved Nicole Johnson and got caught. Third team foul against the Retrievers.
They continue to change defenses, and what it does, it makes Lafayette take an extra couple of seconds to kind of decipher what they're doing.
Kukowski double team. Freeland. They let her open. She'll put it up. Doesn't go. Vipon again. Up and doesn't go. And a reach-in foul by Freeland. Her second.
Tell you, Braxton really does a nice job for this team. A little bit of everything. Once again, Lafayette doing a nice job running their offense, getting the kinds of looks that Kia Damon Olsen wants. But they're just not finishing plays at the moment.
Sydney Sabino in for Lafayette for the first time. Sydney wears number 31, averages a couple of points. Pretty good outside shooter, 4 triples on the year. And that was a nice Jania Summers shot. It just a little bit short and bounced off the top of the iron.
First time we've seen UMBC play man-to-man that time down the floor.
And they're back in it.
I'm sorry, Lafayette play man-to-man.
UMBC out of the 2-3, now man-to-man. Kukowski up and no. Another Vipon rebound. Agnello for 3, no. Look at Vipon battle. They're going to call a foul on Te'yJah, but not for lack of effort, John.
No way. That just, you never give up. Lafayette wants to go into the locker room feeling like they do have this game under control.
They are 0-6 on the road this year with their 3-7 record. So 3-1 at home. We're going to get a foul here on Sabino. And that's her first. Called her for an arm bar.
An arm bar, yeah. If Lafayette's going to play man-to-man, keep an eye on the matchup with Oliver. Is it 2-shot foul, I guess?
It's only the 4th team foul. I didn't think she was shooting.
No, she was driving the ball across the lane. That's a curious one. But that's going to be a matchup that you have to watch out for if you're Lafayette and if you're going to play man-to-man.
Oliver already has 12 points in the game. Our impact player has made an impact here in the first half. Inside to Natalie. Natalie needs to make the move from there. She does, and it doesn't go. Vipon again with a rebound. Te'yJah Vipon now with her 4th rebound of the game.
I'm not sure how much UMBC talked about a kid like Te'yJah Vipon in the scouting report. And that can be dangerous because she comes in and she's playing with great energy, and they're not blocking her out very effectively, and she's making all the right plays.
Johnson thought about it. Agnella thought about it. Natalie, oh, nice move. Right-handed again.
Absolutely, that's a quick shot. Once she gets the step, just get the ball to the rim as quickly as possible. She had her player beat. I'll tell you what, Lafayette, we talked a lot about UMBC attacking the zone. Lafayette's putting on a clinic of their own at the other end.
Kukowski now with 8 points and 5 rebounds.
A double-double?
Not quite.
Who would have thought it?
Yeah, right.
It's rare during a game there's a walk.
Turnover number 4.
It's rare when Natalie Kukowski does not have a double-double. That's the anomaly.
She has had 3 in a row, so she's looking for her 4th.
Of course, she averages a double-double.
She averages a double-double, and she has 31 of them in her career.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Nice little bounce handoff. Johnson inside, puts it up. She'll get hacked. I think they'll call it on Swan.
I have a feeling that both coaches are going to be anxious, at least in the first half, to break down, get their team together and break down this game film. There's a lot of good stuff going on.
Costa committed that foul. That is the 5th team foul. That's always important, women's basketball. You get 5 fouls per quarter, and then you're shooting 2. Nicole Johnson, a rare miss. She's an 80%er. She has the second. Lafayette by 3. They have trailed once by 1. They have led by as many as 5.
Lafayette goes back to the zone.
Pull up Summers. Oh, good block that time by Natalie. Way outside. Whoa.
Wow.
That brought down a little rain. Oliver with a triple, her third of the ball game.
Reminded me a little of Justin Jaworski. If you're a Lafayette basketball fan, you know how quick his release is. Boy, Oliver just caught that thing and shot it.
For Kukowski, by the way, that was her 22nd block of the year. She leads the Patriot League in that category. Oh, I didn't think she actually walked.
Right foot was pivot foot. I didn't see it move. Sometimes it looks like a walk.
That was one of those where it did kind of look like a walk, but I'm not sure she walked.
I said that to a referee one time. It was my mistake. He ran past me. I said, that looked like a walk. He goes, well, looking like a walk and being a walk. It depends on who's calling it.
First tie of the game, 30 all. Driving kick. And no, and another Kukowski rebound. Her sixth. That time she threw the ball to referee Gary Schimmel. Gary, the one had no part of it.
I thought Gary would catch that ball and shoot it. And Natalie trying to lead the break, and Coach Damon Olson is.
Now remember, Santarelli has 2 fouls, so this is a critical couple of minutes.
That's a good point. And kind of gives you a suggestion of what Coach Olson thought about that foul, that pass. Look at that move.
Very nice drive by Summers. And that gives the lead back to the Retrievers, our third lead change.
Summers and Braxton are 2 very nice players.
Sabino. Santarelli wants to go. And we get a foul. And you know how the other one didn't, or was a walk that didn't look like one? That's a foul that didn't look like one.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, that was great help side, and I thought the hand was right on top of the ball. But hey, sometimes it bees that way. And Alexis Santarelli is the beneficiary of it. Now he's got to take advantage.
Alexis not a great foul shooter, 59%.
It belies her mechanics. I mean, the great rotation, a nice release.
Our 2 bigs struggle at the line. Kukowski just 48% from the foul line.
And that's uncharacteristic because she had a really good year from the line last year. Much better.
Leopards down 1. That's a walk. That looked like a walk.
And it was a walk. And they called it.
Turnover number 5. We've turned it over 9 times already.
Well, we said UMBC turns it over an average of 20. So they're doing a good job, and I think that's the reason why they're in the lead right now.
Well, against the zone, you shouldn't turn it over
that's a great
as much.
Point. You want this? You want my headset?
Whoa, body. No, there.
Oh, Alexis.
Her third.
Boy,
does that hurt?
Some kids are just a foul magnet, and fouls just seem to gravitate toward Alexis. That time it was just a little contact outside, and there you see Coach Damon Olson having a word with her. And I love it when a player just looks their coach in the eye and just absorbs it.
Just listens, right. Naomi Gampo in the ball game. Final minute. And that was a nice wide open shot, and Te'yJah missed it.
The little step back move is so difficult to defend. That time she came up short.
Leopards with a chance to take the lead. Johnson, Vipon, Gampo. Gampo wants to go. Doesn't go. Vipon got fouled. Vipon's been a beast at the offensive end of the floor.
Just doing all the little stuff, that energy, just attacking everything that comes off the rim. Lafayette will get a chance now to go to the line, and Naomi Gampo, boy, she is a big body. Hey, Gary, how about the interview we had with Naomi Gampo last game? Pre-med student from Canada, articulate.
Terrific
bright.
young lady.
Oh, she's got a great future.
Well, we talked about our big shooting fouls. Naomi's 0 for 5.
Oof. Naomi. She had a great opening game, and again, when you're playing behind Kukowski and Santarelli, there aren't a lot of minutes. Let's see what UMBC does here with Still about an 11-second differential.
Naomi had 12 points in that first game against Fairleigh Dickinson. She's only played in a couple of games since. Well, there's a gap post swat. Final 20 seconds. Freeland will put it up and put it down. That's a triple, Drew Freeland.
Great decision by Drew. Didn't force the first one, but boy, when they left her alone the second time, made him pay.
Rubio, 18 feet away. Out of bounds, it'll be
point two. They got to tip
ball.
Yeah, they got to tip this ball, Gary. You can't catch it. By rule, you can't catch it. 0.2 seconds doesn't allow you time to catch and shoot. So they got to find a way to throw it at the rim and try to tap it in. They can do that. Tip it.
That'll do it. The final 3 points belong to the Leopards, and that gave them a 34.
Like all good point guards, you saw Nicole Johnson here kind of getting in the referee's ear a little bit. And
you always want to get them on your side.
Oh, you got to do it. Politicking like a catcher in baseball.
I had a player when I was coaching. I'll tell you in a second as we get through this offensive set. They get it to Natalie. She wants to go. Kukowski up. No, doesn't go. Will come the other way. And quickly down the floor comes Oliver.
Got to stop the ball.
Up
That's
and
too
drops
easy.
it. Oliver with a bucket.
So come on.
So I have a player, and I saw him talking to the official, and he was real nice. He kind of sidled over to him, and they're chatting, and all of a sudden he gets a technical. So I finally said, wait a minute, I thought you were just being a little political. As Vipon gets the bucket, another rebound at the offensive end for Te'yJah Vipon, and Oliver gets up a little gimpy.
Oh, boy.
So I said, what did you say to the official? He said, well, nothing much. I don't know why I got it. So I saw the official right after. I said, what's up? He said, well, he came over and he said, not only is that the worst call I've ever seen, you're the worst official I've ever seen.
That'll do it.
But he said it quietly.
That'll do it. Hey, how about that last sequence? Did Oliver have to come out? No, she's still in the game.
She stays out there.
That was critical. But, to your point about Te'yJah Vipon, how about an offensive rebound and a stick back to give Lafayette the lead again?
Te'yJah with 3 points, came in averaging 0.3 of a point. Lafayette stays in that zone. They've been in it almost the entire ball game. Well, she's okay.
Yeah, I guess her ankle's all right. She rolled her ankle, but she is a baller, is she not?
She is number 20th in the nation in scoring.
Look at that move. Oh my God.
Real pretty. Kukowski.
Come on now. At this level, 6'3", spin move, right-handed finish.
And she has double figures. 10 points. And that one's dropped. So Summers picks up her 12th point. So if it's not Oliver, it's Summers doing all the scoring.
And they're getting her the ball. Summers, that is, in great location.
Oh, Natalie, that's a foul.
I don't
My.
think there's any question.
Why would you do that?
Didn't need to. All three, I don't think I've ever seen this. All three officials blew their whistle simultaneously, and all three had the same call.
And we sucked up our breath at the same time. There it is again. Watch this.
Yeah, just boom. Oh, my.
No idea why you would do that.
Yeah.
Drive up. Nice drive. Up and in by Braxton. Her first field goal.
Around the seesaw here a little bit.
And we have a lead change. I think we're going to get a foul on Fisher. Pushing Kukowski.
Yeah, and the way you asked, you were inquisitive about why Natalie Kukowski would throw that elbow. I'm not sure that Coach Janetta Hayes is asking the same question about that last foul at the high post. There's no advantage to fouling there.
That pass almost got through. It's going to be a held ball, which belongs to UMBC. That's a turnover. Number 11, Santorelli, is back in the ball game.
Not a real good possession that time by the Leopards. Just a little too crowded down low there to get that ball to Natalie.
Ready to go. Shoe is tied. by Jania Summers. Summers inside, puts it up. And Kukowski with another rebound. That's going to be a block. Kukowski will go to the line and shoot two.
That is a great call. I hold my breath on those plays because I so want the referees to make the right call. And that is her third. That's huge for UMBC because Summers has been playing a whale of a game.
You know, we know Natalie's probably the best big player we have. Not even probably shouldn't be used. She's also probably the best dribbler we have.
And sees the court. She's a great passer. I mean, she's the whole package. But you know, I hate to see that play called anything but a block because if it's at all in question, when in doubt, I think for the benefit of the game, I think the call should go to the offense.
Well, Natalie drops both foul shots.
That's a good sight because Natalie has struggled a little bit.
48% coming in. We are tied again for the fourth time. Swan. And Rubio can't hang on. Good job, Freeland, to get to the basketball.
Plays with such energy. Here comes Natalie handling the ball.
Oh, she walked.
Yeah, Damon Olsen did not like the call, and I did think she over-penetrated just a little bit.
Yeah, there you credit the defense for being where they were supposed to be, and Natalie perhaps one dribble more than she should have.
Yeah, and she got herself in a situation where she was indecisive and dragged her pivot foot.
Inside. Braxton drops it down. That basket will count. Bucket by Oliver, and she has fouled Oliver with 21 points.
Did she shoot this ball with her left hand? I was semi-blocked out. She got that ball up so quickly. Let's see if we get another look at it. Watch this, Gary. High-low, they do it all the time, and no, it was right-handed. But I'll tell you what, among the trees down low, Janae Oliver is putting on a show.
That foul was called on Santorelli.
Oh, boy.
She has
be
4.
Absent for a while, and that's huge. UMBC.
Oliver's career high is 31, John. She now has 22.
UMBC is going to come with a little pressure. Lafayette handles it.
They have their largest lead of the game, and it disappears just like that. We're tied.
They started off the game with some effective three-point shooting, and that one was a sight for sore eyes. Lafayette needed it.
Good quick release that time by Johnson.
I think they got the memo. That time there were 2 defenders in her face.
Foul's going to be on Agnello, and that's her third.
Looking down Lafayette's bench, and it isn't real long. And the guard play, I mean, we talked a lot about the bigs, but there aren't a lot of options in terms of guard play.
If you joined us, Haskins, Booth, and Wilson are all out of this ball game. Oliver with another field goal.
That was a mistake defensively, and right away, Sydney Sabino's up off the bench. I'm not sure who made the mistake, but you can't go under screens against a kid like Oliver.
Kukowski puts it up right-handed, no. Quickly down the floor. In transition, Rubio. Off the foot of Agnello. Here comes Sabino, and here comes Costa.
Tell you what, Fisher did a nice job for UMBC while she was in there. And Costa, who had a pretty effective first half, is back in. But Sydney Sabino is going to be called on to give Coach Kia Damon Olsen some quality minutes here.
Costa inside. Wow, that's pretty nice move, unable to finish.
Great footwork as she got the ball to the rim, but I think good defense. Oh, look at that pass. She walked.
Gampo walks on a beautiful pass.
Well, it's slow. It didn't look like it, but, you know, Gary, she caught the ball. Her feet were on the ground. She took a step and then jump stopped. Kia Damon Olsen is arguing the play, but I think when the film slows down, great look by Natalie, but Naomi caught it in a tough spot.
Oliver again, finally misses. Rebound Gampo.
Good chance for Naomi to prove herself out there and maybe earn some more minutes down the road when the league starts.
Kukowski for three. Doesn't go. We get a whistle inside. And it's going to be against the retreat, who has been in foul trouble pretty much the entire ball game.
And let's hope that's a sign of things to come, because as the league season opens up, it's really an advantage to develop some of that kind of depth inside. Gampo has the size, no doubt about it.
Takes the shot, doesn't go. Natalie rebound. Kukowski gets it up and it won't drop.
Point blank range. Good look, good execution by the Leopards.
Kukowski now one rebound away from a double-double. Quick move by Summers. She'll get fouled. And I believe that's going to be on Agnello. No, it's going to be on Gampo.
Get that ball to the high post. They do good things with it.
Drive, mid-range, up, no. Battling for the rebound, Gampo ends up with it.
Good job, Naomi. Here come the Leopards on the run.
She has 4 rebounds now.
Oh, that's one you
don't want called. Yeah. Braxton with a foul.
That's a great hesitation move by Nicole Johnson, and boy, she had a clear lane to the basket off that move, and the whistle denied it.
You should give the player the option.
Right, why not?
I don't want
that
it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Sabino was wide open. They didn't see her.
Foul is declined.
Gampo. Agnello, Gampo.
I like it. Make a move, Naomi. That a girl.
Little half hook, no. Out of the pack comes Oliver.
Stop the ball. That's
nice
a great
pass.
play.
Good job by Kukowski with a block.
How about Natalie's defense in transition? That's a big-time play. When Oliver's got the ball in the open court, you can deny her.
3-2 now, zone being played. Oh, it drops.
That a girl, Naomi.
We are tied at 45. That's a plus when you get some points out of Naomi Gampo, averaging 4 points a game, but she's missed a lot of games.
She really has, and you want her confidence to grow. She's a young player, but that's a shot. There's certain shots that a player just has to take, and Lafayette executed their offense, and they had to take that shot. Naomi knocked it down.
Lafayette's going to bring in freshman Riley Campbell now out of Wallingford, Connecticut, and Riley may get more playing time too with some of these injuries. Oh, they don't let her in the ball game.
Well, it wasn't really a dead ball.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, stoppage of play, but
from the corner, no, Gampo again.
Had a girl, Naomi. Boy, she's opening some eyes.
Sabino.
Great ball movement.
She's deadly, doesn't get it. Gampo again.
Naomi doing a job.
Agnello, yes, no, that looked good. Boy, that just was a hair too long.
That play would have been huge because Naomi, again, doing a nice job. She got the offensive rebound and kicked it back out.
Timeout by the Retrievers with 2. And she has 7 of them, making 8 now this year. Rubio. Seven on the shot clock. Braxton wants to go. Puts it up and won't go. Good rebound by Riley Campbell.
All kinds of contributions.
That one does not fall for Havas. So the tie is not broken by either side. The one player that Lafayette has struggled to stop here today. And they'll get a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, the smallest player on the floor that time, Larry Swan, 5'5", snuck in for the offensive rebound.
Swan with the ball. Swan with a three. Doesn't go. And that shot up and in. Getting better positioning that time was Fisher on Kukowski, and Natalie couldn't get the rebound. Turnover Lafayette, here. Number 14. Braxton. Swan to Rubio. Oliver drives. Oliver up and in. Pretty drive.
I'll tell you what,
the same kind of job here with the UMBC Retrievers as you get a look at Te'yJah Oliver. The last time she touched the basketball, 26 points for her.
Lafayette did a nice job against that pressure.
From the corner, Havas can't get it.
Oh, they're going to
get a foul here. That will be a shooting foul. Kukowski got blocked out and knocked down.
That's you know, for a moment there, I held my breath because I thought they were going to get Natalie on a pull down, but good job by Natalie to kind of hold her position, and she'll get 2 shots here. Huge, huge play for the Leopards.
Well, let's see if the Leopards can convert and get back to within 2. Natalie 3 for 3 today. We know she's been working hard on her foul shooting. Looking for her 14th point. And got it.
Good job, out of string. Good job, Natalie. It's very important for her to be proficient from the free throw line because she plays around the basket. She's going to get there a lot.
She's number 1 in the Patriot League in scoring, or number 7 in the league in scoring, 1 in block shots, and number 1 in the league in rebounding. The Leopards with a chance. Final 14 seconds.
10 to shoot.
Down by 2. They got to put it up. The quarter will end with a Lafayette turnover, their 15th, and they will trail by. But the Retrievers a little bit better. They're 43% shooting, 43% from beyond the arc. Lafayette, though, with the basketball, down by a couple. Havas, Freeland, and the freshman, Riley Campbell. There goes Riley in the middle. She'll get fouled. Foul will be called on Braxton, her second.
I like the assertive move by the freshman. Little shot fake, and then she gets herself in the lane. Draws the foul.
Well, if anything, Coach Damon Olson has found a little depth in the paint area. Natalie, under 10. Well, they got to start thinking shot. They're not going to get it. They do. It's good if it goes. It did not. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, again, good defense by the Retrievers. I have been impressed with their defense. If Lafayette can find a way to pull this game out, make no mistake about it, this would be a quality win. This is a tough opponent.
Which begs the question now, how long do you keep Santarelli on the bench? Down by a couple. We'll see what Kia's thoughts are there.
A lot depends on the score.
Nice job. Good defense. Give Kukowski most of the credit for that by stopping the drive of Oliver.
Havas did a nice job of reading it and rotating down. Agnello.
Does not go. Rebound from Costa. So nobody has scored yet here in the fourth quarter. Oliver finds a way, doesn't she?
She sure does. That's an impossible shot.
She is 3 away from tying her career high.
Ball reversal.
Wide open. Natalie can hit the three and does.
Sometimes, I mean, normally the basketball gods figure it out. When you play good basketball and the ball moves like that, finds the open person, the ball's going to go in. That's just great offense by the Leopards.
Her 10th of the year right there. She knocks them down at about 45%. Up and under, foul on Kukowski. Pretty much an impossible shot.
That's
Natalie
kind of an
came down on her arm.
defensive play, though, and it's difficult. I tell you, I like Summers off the high post. She's a junior.
Well, we get into the ball game for the first time. Soraya Panesse. Panesse is a sophomore from New Zealand. Kind of an odd time to come into the ball game for the first time.
Interesting. I look down their bench, and UMBC does not have
Summers at the line.
Not a whole lot of players over there on the retriever bench.
That's the first second half point for Summers. Check that. She had a field goal in the third quarter. One out of two. Another rebound for Kukowski.
Chance to tie for the Leopards.
Go to work. Oh, that.
Yep, they let him play that time.
Yeah, I know.
Natalie couldn't get it to go down. Here come the retrievers.
John, sometimes you're just amazed when they don't drop.
Yeah.
Rubio, no. Good rebound, Havas. Natalie for three. How about a men's three?
Why not?
That's a men's three.
Great. Natalie Kukowski, I'll tell you what, her name's going to be splattered all over the women's record books by the time she's done.
Lead change number 6. They move the men's three back, and Natalie says, I don't care, and drops it.
That's a nice pass.
Good block.
You know how you talk about players, well, this player does a little bit of everything. Natalie does a lot of everything. I mean, she's unbelievable. How about those 2 threes have kind of flipped the script here. Lafayette up 1.
Natalie, 12 rebounds and 20 points. Get a foul here against Lafayette. It's on Havas. Her second, team second. Natalie last had 20 points or more against Duquesne when she had 21 this season. Another block by Kukowski.
Great job by Natalie because Summers had the ball right inside. Just great defense.
So she has 4 blocks in this game. Oh, it does not drop. Foul is going to be on Oliver. Her first.
Nice one-on-one move that time by Agnello, getting herself to the rim. And she's usually automatic. I think she is their leading free throw shooter.
Sarah will go to the line. John mentioned automatic. She's 6th in the Patriot League in free throw shooting at 82%. She has 4 points. One out of 2. The lead is 2. Largest lead in this ball game, 5 points by anybody. Battle for the rebound. That's pretty tough.
Wow.
What a tough move by Costa.
Talk about earning it. Wow. In traffic, watch, he just ripped the ball away. Drop step, left hand, great finish. 3.
Thought about it. Up and under. Up and, oh! She could have about 35 points if some of those would have gone today.
What a great move. But you see how you got to come out and play her. She just knocked down 2 threes. Now she gets herself to the rim. Couldn't get it to go.
5.5 minutes to go in regulation. Retrievers had to go OT to win their last game. Oliver drops it off. Costa.
Oh, yeah, picked up
She
her
walked.
foot. Yep.
Turnover number 8. And back into the game comes Santarelli with 4 fouls.
It's getting to be about that time with a tie score. Let's see if Alexis can make a difference here down the stretch.
She's only played 7 minutes in this ball game.
And she got off to a great start. It looked like she was emerging, finding that stride we talked about at the Open.
Yeah, she has 7 points in 7 minutes. That's pretty good. Freeland's open. No.
Well, she knew it. It looked like she had it. You know how a shooter releases the ball and they start backtracking, thinking they've got it. It was right there.
Drive. Good hustle defense that time. Summers down the paint. Summers up and in. Nice move by Jania Summers.
Yeah, she's a great compliment to Oliver.
15 points for her. So the Leopards down by 2. Way out, Havasno. All of a sudden, the Leopards can't hit the 3 except for the ones that Natalie took.
Yeah, exactly. And again, early in the game, they were one of the stats that jumps out at me that we talked about at the Open. UMBC has scored 15 points off Lafayette turnovers. Lafayette has 1 point off of a UMBC turnover. There's the reason why UMBC is in this game.
And up by 2. A big defensive sequence for Lafayette. Summers, nice job, got open. And the ball swatted away by Costa from Kukowski. Up and under. That's going to be number 5 on Santarelli.
Boy, I thought it might have been a walk at first. Not only that, I thought Natalie Kukowski got fouled on the deflection. She had the rebound, but Costa did a job of kind of jarring it loose. I thought they might have had a call there, but
there you talk about the closeness of a game. Get that rebound. Santarelli doesn't get her 5th foul. Don't get the rebound. They have a chance now. Go to the line, shoot a couple, and Santarelli out of the game.
Yeah, how a play has a ripple effect, and that one certainly did.
Summers has struggled a bit from the free throw line. Not on that one. 4 out of 7. They are 10 for 14 as a team.
Is that 44 of the 56 points? 40.
Her career high is 22. Lafayette down again by their largest deficit. It's 4. Natalie, she walked.
One too many moves on the inside. I'll tell you, Costa's doing a nice job. She's kind of a wide body. She is a big, strong young woman, and Natalie Kukowski has trouble moving her out of there.
They need a defensive stop, down by 4.
And they're going to the zone to try to do it.
More of a 3-2 now than it was a 2-3 earlier. Underneath. Good job. Oh. Well, which one? Gary has a choice. He'll call it on Campbell. 4th team foul.
Braxton's another one of those kind of role players inside. A lot of dirty work, and she knows she's springy. That time, just a strong move to the bucket, and got Lafayette to commit the foul.
Has just 3 points in the game. And still does. And gets the second.
All right, possessions become a little more important now as we head to the 3-minute mark.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Retrievers. Good ball movement. They got a foul here. Who are they going to call it on?
I think they got Costa. Natalie did a nice job of establishing her position, got Costa right under the rim, so Fisher's going to have to come back in. They're kind of probably going to play a little offense-defense with those two.
Fourth foul on Costa. Non-shooting. Third team foul. Natalie turns, makes her move. Eight on the shot clock. Freeland inside, up and no! Now we're going to get a foul here. This will be called on Oliver, I think. Yes.
Well, we talked about Lafayette's size advantage early in the game, at the Open, and it hasn't been as pronounced as we thought it might have been, but right now it is. This is the third time now, the third opportunity for Lafayette at this end, all because of their ability to rebound offensively.
So they've yet to get any points out of this long possession. Agnello up, no, she's fouled. And finally we'll go to the line. Oh, what's the call?
Yeah, they're going to get a walk first. Close one.
It's a big call.
It sure was, because Agnello was at the rim.
So the Leopards get a big turnover. Can they take advantage? Oh, Natalie wanted it, didn't get it. And Drew Freeland dribbles her way to a bucket. She has 11.
Freeland is a bulldog. I mean, you want her on your team down the stretch.
Down by 3.
Big bucket right there.
Oliver, no. Inside, up, and no. But a foul is called. Summers will go to the line.
I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Offensive rebounds are a product of great ball movement. And UMBC moved the ball so well. Janae Oliver got a great look at it, but the ball came right into the hands of Summers. She gets herself to the free throw line.
Summers with 17.
And it makes sense because when you've got to spend so much energy and concentration trying to chase the ball, your blockout assignments sometimes get lost.
Summers 79% coming in. Struggled a little bit early, but she has made her last 3. Make it 4. 19 points for her. Back into the game, you get a look at Costa.
UMBC goes to a zone. Sure, trying to protect the inside and Natalie.
Drive, Johnson, lost it. Drove into trouble, and Rubio took it away from her.
UMBC is going to play a little time and score right now. Boy, the last 2 possessions, they've really missed Santorelli.
Under a minute. What? Way outside, doesn't go. Rebound, though, by Braxton.
It's got a foul now.
They get a fresh 20. Foul called on Agnello, her 4th. And going to the line with important foul shots.
Long shot, long rebound by Oliver, and Lafayette could not track it down.
Rubio on the year, 4 for 5. Does not have a point in this game.
Okay, I think make or miss. If you're Lafayette, I still would get the ball to the rim. Get the ball to the rim, use your timeouts, and press. And I think he is going to use a timeout right now after this shot. 37 seconds left. You're down 5. It could be a 2-possession game. Don't chase bad threes at this point.
And missed them both. And the timeout is called by Lafayette. John, that unique rule in women's basketball. Freeland, mid-range jumper, knocks it down.
Why not? Now they can press. Now you take your foul. Or maybe turn them over.
She has 13. Foul called on Nicole Johnson. Going to the line will be Summers.
And with 37 seconds left a moment ago, that's a no-brainer. Go for two. But Gary, I contend that you can do that with 20 seconds left. You want to extend the game if you're behind. You want to shorten the game if you're ahead. Of course, it's not the person you want to foul necessarily.
She has made her last 5 straight.
It's the same formula, though. Same formula. Make or miss. Get the ball to the rim.
It stays a 2-possession game. Same kind of success.
How about a double win here? That's a great win up at Sacred Heart.
Freeland tried to set her up for a 3. They do. It doesn't go. Natalie, big rebound. No. It's on the floor. Under 10 seconds. That's a walk.
Yep.
But Lafayette men have won 67-66.
How different would that game may have been had the same rule applied, that Sacred Heart could get the ball down court. The Lafayette men prevail. That's a huge win for the men up at Fairfield.
So you really showed your favoritism. Give it to Lafayette at midcourt, but don't give it to the Retrievers.
No.
It's going to be a tough loss for Lafayette. They played well enough to win. Could not stop Oliver, who has been outstanding. As Oliver with 28 points, looking for 29 and 30.
Well, I still say this has been a very well-played game. There's going to be a lot of positives if you're Coach Damon Olson. In the face of a lot of adversity, injury-wise, they played a very good game today against, I'll tell you what, their record is 3-7. They're picked to finish 8th in the league, but Janetta Hayes has done a very good job with this basketball team. They are a well-coached team. This was a good basketball game, and Lafayette, I think Lafayette's going to be ready for Patriot League play.
They're going to win their second in a row. They open up at Stony Brook on Thursday, but the final number here, the Retrievers 65, the Lafayette Leopards 58.